each other, for me to share perhaps a little bit about my knowledge, and helping you and helping this world have a life with less or no spinal pain, start to feel like yourself again, and do it all and being the parent that you want to be, the spouse that you want to be, the mother, the father, the teacher, just maybe being amazing by yourself for this time of your life, and feeling great doing it and not having to worry about the fear of what's happening, what's going on inside me when it comes to my spine. And is surgery your only option? And you know my answer is almost always no to that. So we are a family to help support each other. So if you're on, please say hello. You can do it in the little chat underneath the live button. Sometimes you have to hit it twice if you haven't been with me. It's the beauty of technology, as this was, mine didn't want to work, so sorry we're a couple minutes late, but we're here. And I'll make sure that I stay on time for everybody. So give me 1 second, make sure I set my timer here. There we go. So we're going to be talking about your superhero posture today. And if you don't know what that is, you're about to find out here in a second. So I'm going to show that to you. But would love for you to say hello. This is a great time for a few minutes. If you have questions about your spinal health or someone that you love, someone that you care about, someone in your family that is suffering needlessly with spinal pain, please don't be afraid to ask a question and say hello. I'd love to answer those for you within the best of my ability. If you need more information than what I can provide here, then leave me a DM, send me an email. All my information's in our bio here on Facebook and YouTube as well. So say hello and leave me a message. All right, so let's talk about this. We're going to be talking about just kind of a continuation of what we've been doing for the last few weeks, and that's how to eliminate your back pain naturally with a 90% success rate and being able to do it from your home. So I thought I would show you one tip. We went over 2 tips last week. I thought I'd show you a really cool one tip today. So here's what we're looking at from the tip perspective, and that is posture. And I know that we looked at this slide last week, but let me try to keep it a little bit more intact with you. So what the ideal posture is for us to grow old and to function the best in our lives is the posture to the right. That's this gentleman's right here. So I urge you to please, if you have children, if you have a spouse, you have friends or coworkers, you can just make this a fun little game, is to check each other's posture. So how do you check each other's posture? Well, you can do it like this. You can just have them stand, get them on a relatively flat surface where there's a little bit of room around them. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have them close their eyes, okay? March in place a couple times. Yes, my feet are going up and down right now like this. And then just get to a place where it feels like a really natural resting point for them. And then have them with their eyes still closed, pretend like they're looking straight ahead off into the distance. That's what you want. And you're gonna keep them this way. And what are we gonna be looking at? We're gonna be looking for this right here. We're gonna start at the feet, and I'll switch this so you can see a little better. We're gonna start at the feet, and there's a bony bump right here if you see me drawing this red dot. So if you ever touch the outer part or inner part of your ankle, it's called the malleolus. So the one on the outside is called the lateral malleolus, just in case you're at Trivial Pursuit sometime having some fun. You hopefully that'll help you with your answer if you get that, what that bump is called. So that dot, the middle of our hips, middle of the shoulder, and the middle of your ear, all those points should line up. So when you go to check your family members, I want you to start at the feet and work your way up. And typically what you're going to see in most humans is you're going to see the pelvis going forward. People will start to round, like you'll see this, and then the head's going to jut forward. That is the most common posture in human beings that you're going to see. So you're probably going to see a lot of that if you check your family members. Okay. What we want to do is I want to help you, as we did last week, start to correct the 2 most common postures. And this is going to be usually number 1. And then this is going to be number 2 that you're going to see in children and our society today. Hi, Marisa. Nice to have you here, as always. So I'm going to show you how to correct a couple of these things here in a second. What you need to realize, though, is that when we get into these slumped postures, you know, a lot of people think it's just your posture, and you can go about correcting it. Hey, Stephanie, great to have you here. Happy Wednesday to you. It's way more than just how we look. It actually has a major effect on our energy levels and our hormone levels, and I'm going to show you that in the next slide. All right, we're going to call it our superhero posture. I'm going to teach you how to do it. It within 30 seconds can change your entire hormonal level and your mental clarity level. So if your children are in these positions right here, you won't see a lot of sway back. Usually your sway back people are going to be the people that are doing a lot of gymnastics, and my girls that are competitive cheerleaders. Those are the ones that actually usually you're going to see that, because they do a tremendous amount of back extensions, back handsprings, things like that. And a sway back, you're not going to see all that too often. You're going to see number 1, 2, and partly 3. So let's talk about this superhero posture. What do you do? Well, first of all, pick your favorite superhero. Superman's, he rocks it, right? And you can't go wrong with Wonder Woman. You look at the picture of these two and their posture. And so what is that? So the posture that they're looking at is shoulders back. And so I want you to do this when you get a minute, okay? You're gonna tuck your tummy in, so you're gonna be sucking your belly button in toward your spine just a little bit. You're going to elongate your spine. And when I say elongate your spine, I mean, if I were to take a hook right here and lift my head up, doing that versus that. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So, this is what most people do, right? That is what I want you to do right there. All right, I think that's a good picture for you. And you want to be looking up. Look at people that are depressed. They go into those opposite postures. Shoulders rounded forward, head looking down, very rounded. Okay, so posture plays a major role. But here's the cool part. Look at this stuff down below. Within 30 seconds of you putting your shoulders back, tucking your tummy in slightly, elongating your spine like I just showed you, and looking up, you will increase your testosterone levels by 20%. That's a huge number when you think about it. You will decrease your stress hormone called cortisol by 25% within 30 seconds. Okay, now cortisol is important for our bodies because it's the hormone that wakes us up in the morning. So, you don't want to be like, God, I can't get up, okay? So when our hormone and our cortisol is working level, that helps us wake up. Problem is, we don't want to keep it up, because then you're like wired for the rest of the day. So we want our cortisone levels to go up in the morning, wake us up, and then start to come back down for a landing as our day goes on so you can sleep. People that can't sleep usually have very high levels of cortisol. We don't want that. Your body thinks it's an emergency state all the time, okay? So we can reduce cortisol by 25%. What's the benefit of that? Well, here's the crazy benefit of it. We can increase our risk tolerance. What's risk tolerance? Risk tolerance is when you want to go for something in your life, okay? You have a goal. You're afraid. You're afraid to go ask that girl or that guy out to go on a date. Less stress in life is amazing. That's exactly right, Marisa. So we don't want stress. So, there's a difference between, I always talk to my kids about 100% confidence in your life, right? You feel like you can do anything. You can ask that person out, ask them to marry you, go on a date, go for something, knock on someone's door, ask for a sale, whatever the case might be. Man, you go down 10% down to 90, it's amazing the difference. And we miss out on opportunities, and that's what risk tolerance is. It's that tolerance to make us go for stuff in our life. And you can increase it by 33% by getting into your power posture. So pick your favorite superhero. I don't know who they are. One that always maybe just excited you growing up. And get into this. And in 30 seconds of staying like that, you're going to notice an insane difference. I do it all the time. It's so important, and so important to teach our children. And it can change your state like that. You're going into a job interview, do your power posture before you get in, okay? So just something I was thought about. So that I am super passionate. I am on a mission to help this world change the way that we manage back pain, especially when it comes to bulging discs, herniated discs, facet arthropathy, spinal stenosis, and because we're doing way too many surgeries that are unnecessary. And if you read as much research as I do on this stuff, you'll see one neurosurgeon after the next neurosurgeon after the next neurosurgeon. The guys that are doing these top-notch surgeons are saying, we don't need to do these. Spinal decompression works way better in most cases, unless it's a major emergency situation or someone has cancer in their spine, something along that line. Those need to be surgically managed. But for probably 85 to 90+% of the people that are suffering with back pain, you can manage it with spinal decompression when you know when it's done properly and you have the right tools and you have the right guidance. So if you've been with me before, you know that we've worked on this course for a long time. We're still working on it, always making it better. We're working on our website right now. It's coming along amazing. So Disc University is the course that we created to teach you how to do spinal decompression from the comfort of your home and manage almost any spinal condition and start feeling like yourself again. And that's what we did it for, and you can do it for super inexpensive. If you've been with me, you know the cost on getting surgeries done. So if you want to go take a look, we would love for you to go take a look at Disc University. We have a coupon code we put in here. So if you just put that code in to that coupon box right there, that's going to save you 20%. Always my pleasure to have you here. I love and appreciate you. I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. I know that I am for sure, and I will see you next week. If you have questions, I'll stay on for a few more seconds. You're welcome to ask me. I agree, Marisa, non-surgery is the way to go. There is way too many spinal surgeries being done right now, and it's just become such a money maker, and they scare you. And yeah, I know you surgeons aren't going to like what I have to say, but tough crap. So you guys need to change the way that you're doing things, because you're just you're doing stuff for the wrong reason for a lot of people. And I'm not saying that spinal surgeries don't need to be done. You know, that has been my stance since day one. But let me tell you, I've sit in on some of these things, and they could have been managed conservatively with very high success rates. So please start looking into these alternatives. We need to manage spinal pain without being invasive first. We can always go more invasive, but don't go invasive first. If nobody has any questions, always great to have everybody here. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you next Wednesday at the same time at 1 o'clock, and I will have a new tip for you. If you have something you would like me to talk about, please leave me a message, DM me, and if I can create something for you, I would love to and share a little bit of my knowledge. So until then, Stephanie, Marisa, and everybody else, hope you guys have an amazing day.